The history of the telephone is one of the most fascinating stories in the evolution of human communication. A journey that began with simple sound experiments in the 19th century and has now transformed into the world of smartphones, 5G networks, and artificial intelligence. The invention of the telephone is most famously credited to Alexander Graham Bell, who demonstrated the first working model in 1876. However, several other inventors played important roles too. Antonio Meucci conducted early experiments with voice transmission as far back as the 1850s, and Elisha filed a similar patent on the very same day as Bell. Despite the controversy, Bell's design became the foundation of modern telecommunication. In the early days, the telephone worked through a very simple but ingenious principle. A person's voice would be converted into electrical vibrations using a microphone, or a transmitter, as it was called then. These electrical signals traveled through wires and were then reconverted into sound by a receiver at the other end. The system was completely analog, meaning that sound waves were transmitted as continuous electrical signals. In those times, operators manually connected calls by plugging wires into switchboards, a process that later evolved into automatic exchanges with rotary dials, and eventually into tone dialing, DTMF systems that we still recognize from older phones. As technology progressed through the 20th century, telephony shifted from analog to digital systems. Instead of sending continuous waves, sound was converted into binary data, zeros and ones, that could be transmitted more efficiently and with less noise. This digital revolution greatly improved call quality and allowed far greater distances for communication. The medium of transmission also changed, from simple copper wires to coaxial cables, microwave links, and eventually fiber optic cables that can transmit massive amounts of data at the speed of light. Then came the internet era, and with it, Voice over Internet Protocol, VoIP, which allowed phone calls to be made using the internet instead of traditional phone lines. Platforms like Skype, WhatsApp, and Zoom are all built on this principle. This marked a fundamental change. Telephones were no longer physical circuits, but software-based communication tools that could run on any connected device. Meanwhile, mobile telephony emerged as a separate but equally revolutionary branch. 1G networks in the 1980s were purely analog, supporting only voice calls. 2G introduced digital signals, text messaging, SMS, and basic data services. 3G made mobile internet and video calling possible. 4G per LTE brought high-speed internet, HD video, and real-time streaming. And now, 5G networks offer ultra-fast speeds, low latency, and support for IoT, Internet of Things, devices, connecting not just people but machines, vehicles, and smart cities. Today's telephony is much more than voice communication. Modern phones handle video calls, messaging, online payments, GPS navigation, biometric security, and artificial intelligence features all in one. The underlying infrastructure uses IP-based networks, encryption protocols like TLS and SRTP, and advanced audio codecs like Opus and AMRWB for crystal-clear sound. Fiber-to-the-home, FTTH, connections and satellite-based systems, such as LEO constellations, have extended connectivity even to the most remote areas of the world. Security and privacy have also become vital concerns. End-to-end encryption, user authentication, and data protection laws now play a major role in keeping communication secure. At the same time, new challenges have arisen, including government surveillance, data mining, and voice cloning through AI. Socially, the telephone has completely reshaped the way people interact. It has shrunk the world, enabling instant communication across continents, revolutionized business, media, and emergency response systems, and given rise to new industries such as call centers, customer service, and digital content creation. Yet it has also introduced challenges like digital addiction, social isolation, and the digital divide, where not everyone has equal access to advanced communication tools. Looking toward the future, the next great leap will likely come from 6G technology. Researchers envision networks capable of transmitting data at terabit speeds, using AI-powered optimization, quantum communication, and even holographic calling. where people could see lifelike 3D projections of each other in real time. Future phones will likely become smaller, faster, and possibly wearable or implantable, merging communication seamlessly with the human body. Artificial intelligence is already transforming telephony. Voice assistance, real-time translation, noise reduction, and context-aware responses are becoming standard features. Meanwhile, sustainability is becoming a growing focus. Companies are designing energy-efficient network towers, recyclable materials, and eco-friendly devices to reduce the environmental impact of massive global connectivity. But with these advances also come ethical questions. How do we protect our privacy, prevent misuse of AI-generated voices, and ensure equal access for all? The future of telephony will depend not just on speed and technology, but also on ethics, law, and inclusivity. In conclusion, the story of the telephone is not merely about an invention. It's about the evolution of human connection. From the moment when sound first traveled through a wire in 1876 to today's intelligent, cloud-based, and mobile networks, the telephone has transformed from a simple voice device into a global communication hub. And as we move forward, phones will continue to evolve, becoming smarter, safer, and more deeply woven into the fabric of human life, ensuring that the power of connection remains at the heart of human progress.